Antonio. It was one of the most controversial issues in the last Barry County Sheriff's election.
Then candidate Susan Pomerleau said the jail was out of control and that when she won the race, she would vow to clean it up.
Our Grace White spent the night in jail to see what's changed.
There's never a dull moment. Detention officers at the Bexar County Jail have to constantly be on guard.
Do you understand?
This is the 16th largest jail in the nation, and Sheriff Susan Pomerleau campaigned on cleaning it up.
It's not a good place to be at.
Like many of the women behind bars, Angela Muniz thinks about her family to get through the day.
Do you have kids? Yes, I have 4.
What are their ages?
16, 15, and 14, and 13.
To see how Sheriff Pomerleau's changes are affecting women like Muniz, we spent the night with them in jail.
Once you go through these doors, Grace, you still have your civil rights, but your freedoms aren't going to be what they were outside these doors.
Our day started out in booking.
When I remove your cuffs, you're going to place one hand on the wall. Do you understand?
And we quickly saw how busy things can get. A fight breaks out in a holding cell, but CERT, which stands for Special Emergency Response Team, comes quickly to break it up.
So this place is constantly going 24/7.
Constantly. It's a 24/7 operation, and the function that these officers provide is probably one of the most important functions in the facility.
Everyone goes through health and mental screenings, and there are checks for gang affiliations.
Do you have any tattoos on your body? Don't show me. I just need for you to tell me. And that all?
Next, it's time for fingerprints.
Just relax. I'll do all the work.
Okay. Relax.
And then there's my mugshot.
Sign your name below your picture.
Okay.
I'm then transported to the women's unit and given the full inmate uniform. There, my fellow inmates add a little something extra. Braiding hair passes the time, and there's plenty of it. As I talk to inmates and detention officers throughout the night, we hear about one of their biggest challenges.
You have to have the right amount of people taking care of the inmates.
For the past 3 years, jail administrators say they've been understaffed, forcing officers to work overtime, sometimes even 16 hours straight. And when you're the only officer in a unit like mine with 50 inmates, overtime is added stress.
This is a great concern, the safety and security first and foremost.
The overtime was costing taxpayers around $100,000 a week. The new administration says they cut that in half by recruiting more officers. Inmates have noticed other changes.
The uniforms, they've taken away the T-shirts.
When I first started coming, we get 2 sheets. Now we get 1.
The administration says those are security and cost-saving measures, too.
The biggest change that the sheriff has brought is a focus on efficiency.
And after dinner, I got a full taste of that, mopping the floors before we head to sleep.
So this is where I am. It's Unit 3B, and this is my bed, number 45. Got the bottom bunk here, and some people helped me make it, and so this is basically home for the night.
While I slept on the men's side, there was a midnight search for contraband. The jail's CERT team found inmates hoarding extra stationery supplies, which they say can become a safety hazard. In the morning, we're up to do more chores and then breakfast. For me, I know I'm going home. But for these women, they face the reality of not knowing when their last day will come.
But it's hard.
Muniz may be behind bars, but her heart is still at home with her kids.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking if they're okay, are they eating, who they're with, are they at school, are they going to school?
And no matter what changes Sheriff Pomerleau makes,
the last time I was here,
the women here say they don't ever want to come back. Tomorrow on Fox 9, we'll sit down with the new sheriff to talk about her night in jail and the changes she's making there. Also hear from her on what it's like to be a woman in the top spot. Grace White, Fox News at 9.